Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what it would be like to see Earth from space? If you could observe our planet from a distance, you might notice something peculiar. It would appear as though Earth had a colossal pimple right in the middle of Brazil, but that's not a pimple, it's something much more fascinating. Back on the ground, if you were standing near that pimple, you would be awestruck by the sheer enormity of it. This gigantic mountain is known as Olympus Mons, and it holds the title for being the tallest mountain in our entire solar system. However, there's a twist. It's not just a mountain. It's a massive volcano. Imagine for a moment that Olympus Mons, this Martian colossus, was actually located in South America. It would overshadow every other mountain on Earth. In fact, no other peak on our planet rises above the astonishing height of 25 kilometers or 15.5 miles that Olympus Mons reaches. To put that into perspective, this gargantuan volcano is over 2.5 times taller than Mount Everest, the highest peak on Earth. But it's not just its towering height that makes Olympus Mons impressive. It's also incredibly wide. If we were to place its base on Earth, it would cover the entire country of Ecuador. Just imagine the scale of such a behemoth. Now, here's where things get interesting. For a volcano of this magnitude to form on Earth, our planet would need to undergo some significant changes beneath its crust. Deep within the Earth's mantle, there are regions that are exceptionally hot, known as hotspots. From these hotspots, vast amounts of magma rise, breaking through the Earth's crust and forming volcanoes. However, due to the movement of tectonic plates on Earth's surface, a volcano eventually moves away from the hotspot that birthed it, ceasing its growth. That's why a volcano as colossal as Olympus Mons could never be formed on our planet as we know it today. The reason Mars can accommodate such massive volcanoes is that it lacks these moving tectonic plates. On Mars, volcanoes remain above their hotspots and continue to grow. So, if we were to remove Earth's tectonic plates, we could potentially nurture our own Olympus Mons. On the bright side, without tectonic plates, we would be spared from experiencing earthquakes. Additionally, the land would remain united as one supercontinent, just like it was on the ancient supercontinent of Rodinia. However, there are downsides to this scenario. A supervolcano of Olympus Mons scale could pose significant challenges. How much time would we have before it unleashed a rain of fire and ash upon humanity? Well, not all volcanoes are created equal, and we might have a fighting chance against Olympus Mons. You see, Olympus Mons is a shield volcano, which means it doesn't explosively erupt, causing widespread devastation. Instead, it tends to produce a steady and prolonged flow of lava. This is relatively good news because lava flows are more predictable and easier to avoid. Therefore, an eruption from Olympus Mons might not lead to a catastrophic apocalypse, and its impact on climate change could be minimal, considering shield volcanoes release less gas and debris. However, it's essential to note that Olympus Mons would not erupt in modern times. Its last eruption would have occurred between 20 and 200 million years ago, well before the appearance of humans. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the dinosaurs. They would have faced a grim fate with constant volcanic eruptions likely causing their extinction. Living in close proximity to Olympus Mons could have its advantages as well. The mineral-rich soil around the volcano's base, enriched by its basaltic magma, would be perfect for agriculture, especially crops like magnesium. Additionally, the volcano's activity would generate geothermal energy, just like some cities in the US that currently harness electricity from smaller volcanoes, and let's not forget the year-round tourism it would attract. But before you start celebrating the potential benefits of an earthly Olympus Mons, there are some man-made problems to consider. Volcanoes often produce valuable resources such as diamonds, gold, and nickel. Consequently, the South American countries that would share portions of Olympus Mons would experience a significant increase in wealth. Unfortunately, history has shown that violent and destructive conflicts can erupt over these resources. Just as diamonds fueled civil wars in Africa, South America's long history of social and political unrest could be further aggravated by the treasures of Olympus Mons. Bloodshed could become all too common. So, as fascinating as an earthly Olympus Mons may seem, it's best to leave it where it belongs, on Mars. If there's anything we should be concerned about, it's the supervolcano at Yellowstone Park. Its frequent activity could make breathing hazardous during a potential eruption, but that's a story for another time. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,